how's your ceramics experience been this year?
It's been very well. This is my first time actually at Ceramics Expo. Was very gracious to be invited to give a talk and humbled to be here. But yeah, this has been a really great show. A lot of researchers like me sit in the office all the time, kind of closed off in our little area. What this show is really great is being able to bring the entire industry together. So I've been able to go out and see what industry is doing with regards to new processes, new ways to characterize materials. And so I've been able to go around and even outside of my market space, see what is being done in the industry, and then see what I can take back to the laboratory and apply that toward our research efforts, and find ways to make new solder materials that will help enable new technologies for tomorrow for the warfighter.
And what were you discussing in your conference session earlier yesterday?
The conference session we were talking about was looking at interfaces, right? So interfaces in ceramics, the idea that interfaces are very important to understand and control, because it's the interfaces in the ceramics that are ultimately going to drive the performance of the ceramics with regards to anything from electrical properties, thermal properties, and in our case for the U.S. Army, and the research that I work in is in armor, looking at ways how to drive performance of armor to new levels. So the talk that I gave was focused more entirely on the combination of these new ideas and technologies, so looking at new processing methods to be able to make ceramics in ways we hadn't in the past, such as additive manufacturing techniques, looking at new characterization methods that are being exploited now to look at interfaces and understand how interfaces evolve, and then trying to find ways to then understand how to make them evolve in the ways that we want them to. And then tying all together and finding ways to use all those tools, techniques to be able to drive to new body armor materials that we'll hopefully employ in the future as we start to actually get them to some sort of maturity.
And what role do you see additive manufacturing taking in the advancement of military ceramics applications?
So, a lot of people talk about additive manufacturing as an enabler, and we feel the same way. The one caveat that we bring to the table comes with additive manufacturing for ceramics, for armor especially, is that I'm not looking generally for design freedom in the case of making geometrically complex shapes that are something that we can't machine or something else like that. My focus is entirely on looking at ways to make the armor perform in new ways that couldn't be done before. And so additive would be another tool in the tool set in the processing techniques that we have to make body armor, to say, put materials where we want to put them, and find ways to take what we learn from, the things we do in the laboratory, things we learn from nature, a lot of naturally inspired materials that have high impact performance, trying to find ways to take those techniques and what nature does well and actually make them into reality for ceramics. So additive is just, again, another a toolbox thing that we can employ to be able to try to drive toward actually addressing and meeting those needs for processing of these future materials.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you.